Hey guys, welcome back to Easel Does It Studio. So today you can see is the day. I am so nervous. I am going to poke a hole in these molds. So I've already pre-guesstimated my wax and I've got my scents all ready to go. I have got some new dye that we are going to try. I'm going to be doing all three, but I don't know in what order yet. I think we're going to start with the big one. And this one, I believe we are going to do this one. All right, let's see. We've got these are sunflowers, so I'm gonna do this one in a yellow. This is roses, so I'm gonna do this in red. And these are like little petunias. So we're gonna do a blue. I probably am gonna put a little bit of red in there just to kind of make like a purpley maybe. But before we can even go anywhere, I've got to get these molds ready. So I know not everybody is into candle making, and that's fine. If this is one that, you know, you don't want to watch, that's totally fine. I will not be offended, but I have got to give my hands and my arms a little bit of a break from the resin. Usually when I have a breakout, I'll take a couple of days break and then it clears up and then I'm good to go. This is still based back when I did my big flower in the big thick molds back a few videos ago. So if you haven't seen that and you want to check that out, go ahead. And when I learn how to be able to like link previous videos, I will kind of try to put them in. But right now I know how to add all my pieces together and I can upload it on YouTube. So that's as savvy as I am on the editing. So I have had this elastic around here because I don't know if you remember the unboxing, it was out of shape. So I am going to take this off for now, and then we're probably going to put another one around it once I get it poured. So these are being sponsored by Beebeecraft. Beebeecraft sent me these. This came in one pack with some wicks and a wick holder. That was in one pack. And then this was a separate mold. So I have been working with Beebeecraft for quite a little while now, and I love their products. And I was like, okay, I'm doing candles, and I've never done one where I have to actually wick the mold. So that's what we're going to do today. I did buy some spooled wick. So we are going to be using this. Now, I've never used this either. I am still brand new at candle making, so everything I do that is to do with candle making is trial and error. And I also am using a different wax. So this is the ProFlex soy. It's still a soy, but it is made for pillar candles. You can't use just the same type of wax for every type of candle. And I didn't know that until I started getting into making candles. So I had to order some pillar wax so that I had the right one. So I tried to get this as centered as humanly possible. This is a really sharp pokey thing. You can see the to pick on it. So I guess what you do is you push it through the mold until it comes through the other side. And we hope and pray. So let me figure out where my end is on my wick. No, that was just too easy. So they say you can find your hole and feed it down through. This little hook has a little, like a crochet type hooky. Hang on here. Let me snip the end. And really, hang on. This might work. Now I just gotta find that hole. Ta-da! And after, you know, you've done these for a while, that hole will get bigger. So, in my opinion, this is not going to seep through, but we're gonna just err on the side of caution. So I am going to leave a tail. So what you do is you've got this instant tacky. It's just like a tacky reusable putty. And you just take a piece and you put it over the hole. So if I did, down the road, if I decide that I wanted to pour this in resin, I could plug that hole and still use my mold. So yeah, so I'm just going to kind of flatten this out. And it does not stick like they say it does. Maybe because my mold has got something on it. All right, let's put it on the table. Maybe that's what we gotta do. Okay, so we've got one done. So I am going to put my wick holder on here so we can have our nice wax wick all positioned. Okay, that's kind of all right. So I am just going to put this through before I poke it, because I found that to just be so much better. So these, you can burn these, but these would be more of a decorative type of candle. Let me just grab that wick in there. And then we'll pull this, oh, so I gotta shorten it. Ow, poked my finger. So I've just, there. I just had to reach in and grab it. I have been dying to do this, and I just had so many other projects waiting that I got them done, and I'm like, well, I need to take a break, so we will get this done. So if you guys don't know, Beebeecraft has a ton of different things: jewelry making supplies, molds, resin, micas, powders, you know, the colorants, candle making supplies. I didn't even know they carried the candle supplies. And I do have a discount code below for anybody that is interested in maybe giving it a try. And I also have the affiliate link if anybody would be interested in signing up to be able to get free product like I'm doing. And all you need to do is have 200 subscribers, and that is basically it. You just sign up on the link, and all right, you know what? I am not putting, because these are not, they're not sitting flat with that in there. So yeah, maybe I bought the wrong stuff on the bottom. I will have to double check on that. So let's see. And I want to make sure they're scented. All right, and we'll do that after, once we start pouring. So let's get this one done. So this works really, really good. Except for, you know, when you have old lady eyes like me and you can barely see the hole to get it in there. All right, so we are going to and I'm going to shorten that a bit. I'm going to reach in there and I'm going to just pull the wick out. Just like that. Wow, that is pretty scented in the center of that flower, guys. All right. So we've got our wax here. It's almost all melted. I have not checked the temperature yet, but we've still got some ways to go. All right, so I'm gonna get this in here, and I've got some leftover wax from my, and I do have a bunch of other candles, jar candles I'm going to be making. So if I have extra wax, I'm not too worried about it. I've just got to remember this time to pour my scents in. And let's make sure these don't have a tab, because they probably do. Yep. Ooh, look at that blue. All right, so this is gonna go in this with, I picked out sage, clary sage. I sage my house periodically, which I will be getting ready to do. But I'm gonna scent this candle, even though I'm not gonna burn it, because it's still gonna have that cold throw. It's still gonna have a scent to it. And for these two, I'm doing these in gardenia. So I figured just for the sake of the video, I would do these two the same and this one a different one. So this is the one we're gonna do the yellow, and this one, because it's roses, I figured I would do the red, and we'll put a little bit of the red in with this blue. And oh, here's my just get these opened. Let's get our thermometer in and see where we're at for a temp. And this one here is the same 160. And then add your color and your fragrance, and then your color. And you can actually even melt that in a microwave. All right, so we are at 170. So I am just gonna turn that on warm because I don't want it to get, actually I'm gonna shut it off for a minute because it's still climbing. So we're just gonna take the cover off here a little bit, let it cool down, because you don't want to put your scent when it's too hot. 180, you know, that's okay, but you don't, because it'll just evaporate in the, you know, in the heat. So I'm gonna take this off. And I'm gonna stir it and try not to put this right on the bottom. Okay. Let me actually get my heat gun, because that might be a little bit more. And that one's saying it's even hotter, so I don't know. I know this is a brand new thermometer, so I guess we will go with this. So, all right, I'm gonna pour some out, and which will help cool it down as well. And of course I did not measure. So what do I have here? And I don't have another container, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dump this back in. I'm gonna tear that and thinking about 8 ounces. It's probably going to be less than that. Let me just grab a little tin just to be on the safe side. I'll just use one of the wicks that came with the kit. So these are just little tabs. So even if this one is a mixed scent, I don't really even care, because it'll just give me an idea of what it actually smells like. So we're at about 169, 170. I just want to make sure that I'm not too far over the 180. So yeah, we're at about 171. That's good. So I'm going to go ahead and put our first scent in. Because you want to really stir that around and get that incorporated so that it has a chance to really emulsify into that wax. So, and then this will also help cool it down a smidge. Okay. Now we have got, it comes with 3 colors, but it comes with 1 dropper. So I do have some extra droppers over there for oil, but I am gonna put we'll try 3 drops and see. So you can also do the same thing like we do on resin to see if it's dark enough. You can put it on something that's white. I was gonna grab a plate and I forgot, so we're just gonna use this. No, I definitely need more. Because we got to remember this candle wax is like a white, so it's going to be definitely lighter. Yeah, I think that's going to be a pretty... You know what? We're just going to go with the plain blue, and that way we can see what each individual color is. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. This is smelling really, really good. Now, how am I supposed to clean that for the next colors? Well, that's kind of numb. They don't even give you directions. Well, we'll have to do something different. All right, guys. Do I try not having anything underneath it? I've got this, so if it does leak, it's, yeah, we're gonna go for it, guys. Here we go. I'm nervous. All right, I gotta stand up for this. Wow. Wow. I guessed pretty dang good. All right, so we got this wiped out. So when you're doing pillar candles like this, you could get a hole in the center. So you always want to have a little extra wax available in case. So that's why I figured if I have my little tin, I can always heat it up and pour it into there if I needed. So we're gonna do, let's see, I'm thinking 2 ounces. Let me move this over here. I'm gonna move the hole punch back, get my scale. So I'm gonna definitely need to get a smaller metal pitcher and a bigger one. All right, so we're gonna tear that. Let's test our temp here. We should still be good. Oh, well, it doesn't matter on this one because I'm gonna use the rest of it. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll just see what I got in here, because I'm thinking they're gonna take like 2 ounces each. I'll go to 5 ounces. All right. Because I did the fragrance on like 6 ounces, so. All right, let's get our fragrance in. And I gotta wipe my spoon. So I'm gonna leave that wax in there, and that way if I do need to add extra, I know I have it. Ooh, this one smells good. This is the gardenia. But now I need, because I want to color them different. crap. All right. We're gonna pivot, and we're gonna use our cups here. And I can't use those because they're gonna melt. All right, so I'm just gonna guess. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. And I see a hair. All right, so let's do this one here first. All right, I'm gonna... Yeah, so I definitely, when you're doing different colors, you definitely need a few more different containers. All right, so the yellow, that's an actual pretty yellow. So we're gonna go with that because I don't want them like, you know, really strong in our face, but all right. And hopefully, so this candle is already starting to solidify. Let me just get a wick dried here so we can put it over, because this could be a multi-layer, multi-scent candle. All right, so let's get this. Now, I don't know like where these are all crevices. I don't know if I should, you know, be doing the squishy witchy or swirling or, you know, anything like that. I don't know. And we do need a little bit more. So I'm just gonna make a little tiny bit. So I do have a couple of glass jars that I want to try some swirling techniques, so we will be doing those too coming up pretty soon. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm just gonna pour this clear because it should blend in, I'm hoping. All right, we're gonna call that good. I've got no leakage. I'm happy, no leakage. So I think I'm gonna pour a little bit more wax into this container. Just to make sure I have enough to fill this container. And let's clean this spoon off. And we're gonna pour red in this one. And it's already starting to get cloudy, so I hope that doesn't... Oh, I know why, because I didn't wipe the yellow out. That's why. That's okay. So we're doing the red. Oh yeah, that'll be pretty. Okay. And, yep, we did pour the scent in, okay. Yeah, so I have no idea if we're gonna have like bubbles on the outside or not. We will find out when we demold this. So there are some areas up here that are all right, guys. Now we have got just a smidge. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave it in here because I can use my heat gun if I need to put more in. Like this one is still a little light. So I should have put a little bit more in there. And I guess I got to bring down some toothpicks because I do have a bubble there. So yeah, we'll leave this. I know I'm going to have to top that. I just don't know if I'm going to get the tunneling. Sometimes you, like around the wick, you'll get a hole and then you'd have to just refill it. So if I do get that, I will come back and show you, and then we'll finish filling them. And if not, then I'll be back for the demold. So I'm going to let these set for a couple of hours, and then I'll come down and check them. Because by then, as long as they're like, you know, solidified like this, I will know if they're going to have that divot in the middle. So yeah, we will be back. Okay, so I came down to check, and this one is fine. This one is fine. It's a little short, but it's fine. This one, see how there's a hole right there? So we're gonna fix that. So let me grab my heat gun, and I'm just gonna put this on high. And we're gonna melt this red down. And we're gonna fill that up. Now, I probably could just melt this, but I don't wanna take the chance on screwing my mold up. So, yeah. And I probably should have taken that nozzle off, but I didn't. So I don't need a lot. I just need enough so that we can fill that hole in and like maybe finish around here. So I'm just gonna get some of this melted. That should be enough. And we just fill that little hole up. So I'm just, and I am gonna fill this a little higher, just, So let me just take a stick and all right, I'm gonna try and melt the top a little bit here. I'm gonna put it on low and just kind of, I'd like to try and even that out. Just a little bit, because I did have a little bump there. All right. So let me, you know, and this is the bottom, so, you know, it's not that big of a deal, but I did have a lump right there that I did not want. So let me just try to, all right, I'm gonna smooth that with the stick, and I'm just going to wipe around this edge, and we're just gonna heat that up enough until it's smooth. It is going to be the bottom of the candle, but, you know, I'd like it to be as pretty as it could possibly be. There. And we're going to leave that, and we will let the rest of this cure. So that's how you fix the sinking hole. And this one was a little bit cooler, which is why I think we ended up getting the little divot. So, I mean, this one could definitely use a little bit more, but I'm just going to leave it for these test candles. And I'll be back in the morning, and we will unmold these, and hopefully they turn out awesome. Alrighty, guys, bye. Okay, guys, it is the next day. I can't even wait anymore. I am just going crazy here. All right, so I ended up with the rest of the wax that I had in my melting pot. I made an 8-ounce candle, which is probably 6 ounces of wax, and I scented this homemade bread. So I will be testing this one because I want to see how the throw is, and I get to use my wick trimmer. Oh, so much better, guys. So much better. All right, so let's snip these. All right, so I've just got to put labels and whatever on this, but for now, we'll get that one out of the way. This one I just topped off with the rest of the red after I filled that. So this is going to be a two-tone, 2-scent candle. But for the main event, all right. I am just trying to really loosen that up. Oh my gosh, guys, it came out so cute. Look at that. Oh, it came out beautiful. Oh, we have one success. Yes. Now these, I'm a little more nervous because these were really, really intricate. Oh, that is so, so adorable. It is super. Wow. They're much smaller than I thought they would be, but this one is about the size I thought, you know, they would all be. Now this one, this one's making me nervous. Because this mold doesn't have the stretch that the other one does. And this is really intricate. Just trying to pull it away as much as I can. And then I guess you just push from the center. I just heard the suction release. And I don't want to hold it because I don't want my hands to melt the details on the candle. I almost need somebody with an extra set of hands here. Why is there always got to be one that is difficult? You can see where I've melted trying to hold that. All right, so I might not make this one too many times, tell you that right now. Wow. It's really cute, except for where I mean, I've got wax everywhere. But they're really cute. And I did pour this one. It was starting to get a little cooler. So I'm wondering if that is the difference. Because the wax, when I started pouring this one, it settled a little bit more than the others. But, I mean, overall, they came out good. The detail is all there. So what I will probably do is I'm probably going to do a burn test on these just in case that, you know, somebody does buy them and decides they do want to burn them. I want to make sure that they're burning correctly, because a pillar is, it's supposed to pool in the center and burn down. It's not supposed to burn over. So I will probably end up burning these. I will let them sit for a couple of days. I did read somewhere that it says to let your candles sit for, I don't know, a week or so before you test them, just to make sure. But yeah, these came out so stinking cute. And so what I could do is make like a plate that they go on. Because sometimes, you know, you can like get a candle and put it in a jar. But because these are so pretty, I don't think, you know, I think I would make like a little plate that they go on out of the mix-to-mold. So if they do like melt over, it has something to catch it. So, I don't have anything in here that would be like the correct size. So, oh, I do. I mean, this is just a for instance, but you know, you could, you know, set that on there and have it be a pattern that matches the candle. But yeah. Alrighty guys, that does it for this one. I will get you some final pictures and I will see you on the next video, guys. Let me know your thoughts on these. Bye.